Hey guys, I'm Greg Atkinson. I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina, my home. I'm the founder of the First Impressions Conference, where we help churches and church leaders prepare for guest services and everything that happens on the weekend. Our focus is on hospitality, biblical hospitality. And then I also founded the company Worship Impressions, where I consult with churches around North America to help them in their guest experience and hospitality endeavors as well. I'm passionate about mental health, and I'm glad to be speaking at a mental health conference. I have come public with my story and have spoken and shared before, even at this conference, that I struggle with bipolar and anxiety, and have tried to be a resource and a help to people over the years in these areas so that church leaders know what to expect, how to help, how to shepherd, how to minister, and how to deal with it if they have any of those mental illness factors themselves in their own life. They may struggle with depression, anxiety. You may struggle with bipolar or borderline or something else, but we want you to know here as a part of this conference that you are not alone and you are loved and you're a child of God. And so I'm excited to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about something I've been working on. And this comes out of a devotional that I wrote for the YouVersion Bible app. I wrote a devotional called Take Courage, Winning the War on Fear. And in that devotional, which just by the way got translated into Portuguese and Spanish, and so I'm so glad that we can reach millions more with the message, I share about my struggle with anxiety and how I take it to God, and how God and His Word have helped me through 2 decades, if not more, of struggling with anxiety on a daily basis. And so I'm so happy to share a little bit of that insight with you. But I want to share something else I've written. I'm working on a brand new book now, and in that book I talk about the power of 8s. And I want to tell you where that came from. I have had back surgery. I have chronic back pain. I have bulging discs. I struggle with back issues. And years ago, I was waking up every day in tremendous pain. I didn't have a sports injury. I wasn't doing something I shouldn't, working out. I didn't injure my back in any way, but I would wake up in amazing pain, and I would go see my chiropractor and get adjusted and get help and get medical attention. And this happened for a week or two. I would go to my chiropractor almost every day to get relief because my back was killing me. And one day, my chiropractor said to me, "Hey Greg, what kind of mattress do you have?" And I said, "Why do you ask?" He said, "Well, I don't know if you realize this, but you spend 1/3 of your life asleep. 8 hours a day in a 24-hour day, you spend asleep in the bed. So invest in a good one." So I went out and I got a nice bed, a nice mattress, and I invested in that. And it's really helped not only my quality of sleep, but my back pain that was, as I mentioned, chronic and so painful for so long. And so getting a new mattress really helped that. And so in my new book that I'm writing, I talk about the power of 8s. And that's when you take a 24-hour day and you put it in like a pie graph, and you divide it into thirds. And you have 8 hours that you spend asleep, 8 hours that you spend awake, maybe it's at work or a career, and 8 hours of home life where you do hobbies and sports and kids activities and date night with your wife and watching TV and reading and working out, exercise. All of that has to be done in a 24-hour day that I divide up into 3 8s. But today I want to talk to you about one that is important to me and has helped me so much. And I wanted this talk to be as practical as possible. That's my goal for this, to be as practical as possible. The power of 8s includes 8 hours. For some of you, you need more. Some of you can get by with less. But 8 hours of sleep. And sleep is a beautiful thing. My therapist does this thing, and he's given me handouts on sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene, things we do to increase our benefit of sleep and to get the most out of sleep. if you're struggling with mental health, or you know someone that you love or that you pastor or lead that struggles with mental health, the best thing you can do is to encourage them to improve their sleep, to get good sleep. And so I want to read to you just a few things I have down that help with sleep hygiene. Some of this you may be aware of, and some of this may be new to you. Have a set bedtime and wake up time. Try to go to bed the same time each night and try to wake up the same time each night. I've been doing that the last 2 years, and it's really helped a ton. Create a routine. I write about this in my book, a bedtime routine, and I also have a morning routine. I wake up every morning, I cut on the television, I watch worship videos on YouTube, I drink coffee, I read scripture, I journal, and just get my day started. And so at night, you want to have a bedtime routine where you wind down. Maybe you read a book, maybe you journal a little bit about your day and your experiences, but to have a bedtime routine is essential. And part of this routine goes into my next point, and that's to ease up on electronics. Ease up on electronics. If you're looking at screens in your bed at night, you're going to stay awake because the screen itself charges your mind and gets your body revved up. It's just like caffeine, it gets your body revved up. And so the less you look at a screen, that's why at night it can be better to actually read instead of watch TV. I know a lot of people that fall asleep watching television, but if you were to read a book, your eyes would get more and more tired and you'd go to sleep a little bit more naturally. So keep your phone away, watch electronics, no TV, have a caffeine cutoff time. Maybe you don't drink caffeine past 4 p.m. Maybe there's, and I know a lot of people that stop eating at 8 p.m. and they don't eat or drink anything after 8 p.m. But have a caffeine cutoff time where you don't drink coffee or soda or anything with caffeine after a certain part of the day. If you can eliminate caffeine altogether, you'll find that greatly helps your anxiety. But I know a lot of us like to have our early morning coffee. Avoid alcohol before bed. That's something that is similar to caffeine and can mess with your anxiety and have a negative impact on your sleep. Save high intensity exercise for earlier in the day. If you want to wake up and go for a jog or work out at the gym or ride a bike, that's great earlier in the day, but don't do high intensity exercises late at night because it keeps you revved up and you'll find yourself laying in bed having trouble falling asleep. This is something else that I practice. This is personal stuff. Keep your bed just for sleeping. I don't lay in my bed. Sometimes my wife will say, come to bed and let's watch TV in bed. I say, no, I want to watch TV downstairs and I want to sleep in the bed. Keep the bed just for sleeping so that your mind knows when you go to lay down in that bed, it's business time. It's time to go to sleep, hit the pillow, and get your 8 hours or how much ever you need. Hopefully about 8 hours is the average American. Get comfortable, have a good mattress, good pillow. Those are good investments. Friends, you sleep a third of your life. These are good investments. Get a good pillow, invest in a good mattress. They last 10 or 12 years, so get a good mattress. And don't try not to, if you can limit it, nap throughout the day. You don't want to really nap too much because then you won't be exhausted at the end of the day. But these are just some thoughts and some things. One of the biggest I could encourage you with, if I could exhort you and encourage you, is to keep electronics out of your bedroom. My wife and I have a rule. We don't bring our phone into the bed. I actually charge my phone across the room in my master bedroom. Across the room, it's plugged in and charging on my dresser. And so I don't have it anywhere near my bed. I can't wake up during the night and reach over on the nightstand and pick up my phone. It's across the room. I'd have to get up and get out of bed. And so stay away from screens and electronics. Focus on getting better sleep. A lot of times we want to go straight to a massive issue like anxiety and say, How can I get rid of anxiety? Do I need more pills? Do I need more medicine? Do I need to see the therapist twice a week instead of once a week? And a lot of times, if you just go back to something as simple and as basic as sleep and sleep hygiene, you'll find that it will help you very much in your quest for living a less anxious life. If you haven't already, I want to encourage you to check out my YouVersion devotional, Take Courage, Winning the War on Fear. It's a 2-week, 14-day devotional. I think it will help you greatly. I think it'll be an encouragement to you. I have had emails and letters from people all around the world. Their therapist or counselor told them to read my devotional, and it helped them and ministered to them in a great way, because I take everything to Scripture and to God and give over my problems to Him. You are not alone. So many people struggle with mental health issues, whether it be anxiety or depression. So many of us struggle with this. You are not alone. Do not believe that. That's a lie from the enemy, because one of his tools is isolation. If he can get you to thinking you're the only one that struggles with this, then he can just choke you out. And so you've got to have a good support system, good accountability, a good confidential person to talk to, like a therapist or pastor, and bring it all before God and lay it down before Him. But I want to encourage you, as I sign off here in this talk, to focus on your sleep and the power of 8. You sleep a third of your life, so let's make it good. Thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to speak at this conference. And friends, I wish you well. Take care.